We're live.
What's live?
The show.
It's not live yet.
Yes, it's live.
Are we live?
Live.
Oh, is that what that said? I thought I said live.
We're not doing much of that either. Oh, hello, everybody.
Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to Ocean Spit, the little show about big things. And it's a great day today because my co-host, your favorite, and mine, Laura Ocean, everybody.
Oh, so happy to be here, everybody. Welcome. Nice. Beautiful. Enjoy right now because I hear this afternoon it's going to be a whole nother story about what's going on outside.
My favorite time of weather, cold, snow, rain. I like to see
cozy.
You know what I like? I like to see people unhappy. So it's nice to see the cold and the snow.
He's not kidding.
Hi, folks. Maybe because I was born in December. Did you ever think of that? Maybe that was just.
That's why you don't like to see people happy because you're a bah humbug.
Humbug, Scrooge, Ebenezer. But I'm not cheap like Ebenezer is. That's the only two difference, right? Huh? Anyway, watch. This is Tony Ocean, folks, and this is Laura Ocean, of course. Ocean Spit, little show about big things. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call to book a show, 847-769-8609, folks. It's Thursday, October 6th. And it is October that it is. Now, before we start off, folks, I need to thank everybody that showed up last night to Are We Live? I want to thank Gigi.
Are we live?
Are we live? We are live, yes.
We're live.
I want to thank Gigi and his staff, of course. Now, Gigi's been around many years with the restaurant Capri in Burr Ridge, and right 2 buildings down in the same strip mall, he owns a place called Are We Live? It's a lounge. They still have food there. You still can eat there. But most people eat at the restaurant and then come to Are We Live? I just want to say Lisa P. did an incredible job. Jerry Jams, as always. Nice seeing Joe Scumaci there. Like seeing Sal there last night. Special ladies night next week. We're back again there next Wednesday. An ocean drink, Ocean Breeze, $5 just for ladies.
That's because it's such a pretty place.
It's a nice place.
It's very pretty. It's a great girls' night out.
It's a lot of fun, folks. So thank you, everybody, for that. All right. So, Joey Spins and Cindy were there too. And also thank you, Lou and Dana. Were there for a little bit from Airtight Windows. So everybody, and Lefty, Bill Malarkey, again, thank Billy.
Lefty
Billy,
not
yes.
Righty,
Lefty. So let's get to some sponsors here, folks. We got a great action-packed show for you guys today. It's Thursday, October 6th. So let's get with some sponsors if we can, folks. Roy McCampbell Law Group. Roy McCampbell Law Group, attorney at law, a statewide law practice that is client-focused and results-driven. 708-275-4264 for a good lawyer. Tell Roy, Tony O sent you. Laura, tell them about your company.
If you never want to shop for credit card processing again, come see me. If you're paying those fees that you do not want to be paying, they look way overpriced. They probably are. So,
excuse me, I was just clearing my throat.
I'm in the middle of a great
I think you're just paying. I'm sorry.
Check out my website, LauraOceanSolutions.com.
Absolutely. She'll take care of your needs, folks. Deutsch Power Center. Speaking of Sal last night, he's going to be joining us on the float on Monday. Deutsch Power Center, Great Lakes Service City Construction, diesel industry in Chicagoland for the last 100 years. In Elgin, Illinois, Deutsch Power Center. Call Sal at 224-276-6550. Honey, tell them about Don. I'll tell them about that. You can take care of the other one. Don Esteban Cigars, Tarpon Springs, Florida. Get those hand-rolled cigars delivered right to you. Call Javier and say, hey, I want the Tony Ocean specials.
That I bite on all day long.
And you bite them all day because I can't smoke in the house. Or I wouldn't want to smoke in the house. So that makes a difference. All right. Anyway, call them at 727-366-7536. Boy, went from 28 to 18 that quick. Anyway, they want to hear stories. Give them the Airtight Windows, honey. Go ahead.
Airtight. Call Lou over at Airtight Windows and Siding Specialists. They are family-owned and results-driven. I did this last time.
Driven.
Because I feel like it should be that. No, this isn't the right one. That's Roy. See, you get these things in your head. This is family-owned for 30 years for honesty and quality. Do it right with Airtight. Tell them Tony O sent you.
That's right.
Airtight. Call 708. Read that number. I don't make
708-788-5000, folks. That's right. Let's get to Trico Hair Experts. recreating great hair days. For men, women, and children, see Carmela and Anthony in Rosemont, Trico Hair Experts, 773-999-7888. Now, folks, you can see the show like you're watching it now on the Tony Ocean Show page. You can see it on my personal page, the Mo Carrara page. You can go to YouTube and subscribe to YouTube, folks. Subscribe to YouTube. And you can watch it there, folks. You can also see it live on Twitter. And you can also see it live on YouTube. But then you can also see it now live on LinkedIn. That's Connect with us on LinkedIn. That's Ocean's Pit. All right, folks, we got a lot to talk about today. A lot of great stories, a lot of fun. Tonight, me and the Professor Daryl Armenstadt will be at Zaza's in Lake Barrington, 7 o'clock hit. Tomorrow, we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse with the Professor Daryl Armenstadt, 8 o'clock hit. Saturday, we'll be at Ron Onesti's new venue, Studio
that
64,
like fun.
Club Arcada. It's in the same theater. It's in the theater, the St. Charles, the Arcada Theater. It's just in the second floor. Instead of going to the third floor to the Speakeasy, you go to the second floor, Studio 64. I'll be there at 8:30 with the main event band, with Tony Toto, Jerry Jams, and John Trancali on guitar, lead vocal, background vocals. Danny Raimondi can't be with us because his son is getting married on Saturday.
Oh, very exciting.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. And Sunday, folks, the Lyric Theater in Blue Island is sold out. Ocean's Rat Pack, Bill Saratella as Frank, Elliot Wimbush as Sammy, yours truly as Dean Martin at the Lyric Theater in Blue Island, Illinois is sold out. But just in case you want to try and see if you can maybe get some stand-up, a room available, go to www.lyrictheater.com. That's Sunday. Doors open at 4:30. 5 o'clock is dinner. 6 to 7:30 is the show, Ocean's Rat Pack. And this Monday, folks, we're so proud. First of all, it's Columbus Day. No matter how you feel about Columbus Day, it still represents Italian Americans. And we're proud to be part of the Columbus Day Parade every year for the last 15 years with Ron Onesti and the JCCs. And for many years, I did it with the Ron Onesti floats. And then for many years, I did it with the Gulo International float, Marianne and the crew. Thank you so much for that. But this year, I was talking to Ron Onesti, and he was actually saying, Tony, why don't you get your own float? Because you're celebrating your 30th year. We celebrate our 30th year anniversary in May at Tony Ocean. So I thought it was a great idea. And thank you, the Gulo family, for understanding. But for this year, we're going to just try our own float. And we put it out there, and all you great people and all your sponsors reached out. So we have new sponsors now for the Tony Ocean float on Columbus Day. It's going to happen Monday, October 10th on State Street, that great street. And then, of course, you'll see it on WGN, Fox, Channel 2, Channel 7. All the stations are covering it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be the main event band on the stage. Tony Toto, Daniel Raimondi, yours truly, Jerry Jams, of course. And we'll have all our special friends there. And we have 3 special sponsors. So first of all, I want to thank my good buddy from Armando's Grocery Supermarket. Armando's Supermarket, folks, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. And Armando's, Danny Mazzi has a bunch of locations, but this is the Armando Supermarket, folks, in Elgin, Illinois, 647-670100. Now, I want to thank you, Danny and Robin, for that. And then we also want to thank our good friends from Crash Champions. That's right, Crash Champions, collision auto repair. They've been in business since 1999, folks. And you can they're in many locations and different states as well. Take care of your collision auto repair needs. Go to crashchampions.com. I want to thank Michael and Gigi Kotak for that. Thank you guys so much for that. And let's not forget my party princess, my good friend Melissa, party planning at its finest. Go to mypartyprincess.com.
It's a tongue twister.
Tongue twister. Now, they are the sponsors for the Columbus Day float this Monday.
Thank you.
And pardon me?
Special thank you, Emo.
And a special thank you to Emo Bracco. Thank you, Emo, up in Florida. Everything is good. Honey, you know now that the fall is coming, and you know since I've been doing this show. You guys probably know about Mama D, our mom. Mama D's flavored breads. Her and Natalie make these
That
great
time of year again.
flavored breads they make every year. And you guys, since 2020, have been ordering like hotcakes. Now, you know, my mother-in-law and Laura's Ma D is been in rehab hospitals back and forth since August. She's getting a little better every day, which is a good sign. As long as she's getting better every day, as long as she's got to stay whatever she's got to do.
Moving in the right direction.
She's moving in the right direction. So, but this year she's not going to be at the arts. She's not going to do the craft shows. Her and Natalie won't be doing them this year. But that doesn't mean you still can't enjoy.
No,
Mama
it
D's.
doesn't, because trust
Wow.
me, you should come to this house and smell what it smells like when they're baking.
And you can pick them up at the. You can figure ways of getting this if you're interested. Let me just name you. Let me tell you some of the flavors: apple spice, banana chocolate chip, Bavarian Queen, blueberry, caramel, chocolate, cinnamon, cranberry, double chocolate, lemon, peppermint, pumpkin, zucchini,
chocolate chip.
Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels spread? No, that's not in there. Only kidding. Anyway, so interested in buying and trying and reordering again Mama D's flavored breads, go to dbosch42 at yahoo.com or go to our sister Natalie at nbos427c at yahoo.com.
No,
or you
it's
can
427 at.
at. Anyway, you can also go to Natalie Bosch's,
Could
of
you
course,
tell he's not computer savvy?
private message and get over there, folks. There used to be $8. Unfortunately, the price went up to $10, and that's because of inflation. Everything went up, folks.
Went up.
And if you can't come to the house, you can also to pick them up. You can pick them up at any Tony Ocean show. Just get a hold of Natalie, and she'll be able to help you with that. All right. So before we get into the stories, folks, don't forget now. Next Saturday, October 15th.
You're talking a lot.
I have to get these shows on. That's how you sell tickets.
Could we do it
See
throughout
how
the
that
whole
helps?
show, or do we have to do it all
Well, I just
right
didn't
now?
get it out of the way. All right, folks. October 15th will be, half of it was breads and half of it was sponsors for the parade. So I'm sorry.
We got to say hello to a lot of people out
I
there.
will say hello to them. October 15th, Ocean's Rat Pack will be at Kenosha Wyndham Hotel in Kenosha, folks. $10 in advance, $12 at the door. 7:30 showtime. You got to go. We're being Kenosha, Wisconsin up there. Go out and check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Go to what'shappening.com for tickets. All right. So let's get to saying hello to some wonderful people here today, folks. And let's see. All right. Peggy Flynn from Kenosha. Julie.
Hey,
Julie.
Peggy.
Denise, we're going to miss you this year on the float. I heard she's not coming, Denise, this year.
She can't come. I
You
told
can't
you.
You can't go any farther once you get to that. Honey.
Okay.
All right. Daryl Armenstadt, see you tonight, my friend.
And
Friday.
Paulette, how are you, Paulette? Oh, Peter the
Prado.
best couple in the Midwest. Good afternoon to you.
Love you, buddy. Richard Hamlin, how you
Richard.
doing? Erica, Mary Tark,
Erica and Mary, Rosemary, hello.
Rosemary, and Seymour, Sherry. Oh, we got a new person today, Sherry Clip.
Hi, Sherry.
Welcome to Ocean's Pit, Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon. Thank you for joining us, Helen Tenuta.
Helen, Tony Toto.
Liz Lynn,
Well,
Kathy.
thank you, Liz. Is that Liz
You're
or
going to
what?
say hello to every single person?
I have to,
Is that what we're gonna do?
especially when Liz is telling me. Thank you, Liz.
Oh, it's beautiful
Thank
hair
you,
day
Liz.
today. Oh,
Hey,
very nice.
Kathy.
Pina, how you doing, honey? Now, folks, we have a lot of fun on Thursdays, and obviously you guys do because you guys love watching the show on Thursdays. We're going to be at a live remote. Don't forget next Thursday, October 13th, me and Laura will be live at Moretti's and Hoffman Estates. With who? We'll be doing
Freddie Hoffman.
Oh, yeah, that's our guest. But folks, the point I'm trying to say is we're going to be doing a live remote like we do it at different restaurants. You come on down. Moretti's going to be supplying free pizza, not for you guys to take home, but to eat while you're enjoying the 1 hour Ocean's Pit with me and my lovely wife, Laura. That's going to be
Come have lunch with us.
Yeah, Hoffman Estates. It's free lunch because you're getting pizza. And our special guest will be Freddie Hoffman, of course, a la carte's CEO, owns all the Moretti's and Finn McCool's and The Drink and Faces, all those great bars that he's owned through the years. Freddie will be talking. And then we also got a little special thing I'm going to throw at you, baby. A special acoustic performance by Mojo's Jukebox. That's right. Marty and Michael will be there with their acoustic guitars doing a couple Mojo Jukebox songs. That's next Thursday.
At lunch hour?
and lunch
I
hour.
didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I'm learning this too.
There you go. So I'm so excited about that. Get out there and join us at Moretti's in Hoffman Estates next Thursday. Get your lunch. Jay, I want to say a great job, Jerry Jams, John Trencoli from the Main Event Band. Also,
Hello, John.
John does an incredible job with his wife, Joanne. They do a great job. They go out and do their own stuff, and they're going to be Jameson's.
I was just going to say they're going to be at Jameson's this month.
Yeah, this month. John has been a friend of mine for many, many years. He's a great entertainer, his own light. His Tom Jones is to the T. And we've been joining forces more together. So you're going to see him more with the Main Event.
Tom Jones.
Well, we should do some Tom Jones together. Anyway, but what I love about John, he sings, he plays guitar, he plays a little bit of everything, and he has different variety of music that he brings to the show, which is kind of cool. And so thank you, John, for that. Cheryl Bogart, how you doing? Welcome to Ocean Spit. Stella! How you doing, Stella? Remember that from West Side Story?
Yes, dear. Here's me.
She gets sick of that. She's got to get sick of that, right, Stella? They are delicious cakes. Thank you, Peter. Jerry Jams. Wish I had Benny's sponsorship float. Now you're talking. All right, Yolanda, it's been a long time. Ray Nardi in the house.
Right,
Sugar Ray.
Roseanne? Rosemary? I'm sorry, Rosemary?
What you say?
Give Laura a chance.
Oh, it's coming, honey. I'm sorry.
Here's me.
You know, it's women's lib. I know. I'm telling you, ever since you guys started burning those bras, things have all been changed. Anyway, hey, honey, what about the good old days? Where's my supper? Oh, Archie. Oh, Archie.
Keep looking.
Keep looking. Because who cooks in the family?
For the most part.
For the most part.
Hey, I had 5 children. I've been done for years.
5 children. There's only 3 left in the house. And they're
exactly.
Old.
I had my
fill. They cook their own.
Now it's your turn.
Now it's my turn. Oh, wait till the grandkids.
Oh, no, I'm scared.
You can't wait. Imagine when
Julie Toto's in the house.
Hi, Julie Toto. Hey, can you guys imagine when the grandkids come to see Grandpa? All the knowledge they'll learn. Anyway, folks, I'm glad you're. It
scares me already.
Think about it, folks. The knowledge they will learn in just the first few minutes, the first half hour of the little kids.
First few minutes. So the other day he says, and I could just hear it in probably less than 1 short year. I'm going to be hearing Grandpa. Here's me. Do not understand that. First of all, they're not married yet. Not that that makes a difference.
4 months away.
Right. It doesn't make a difference. Married yet, but there's nobody pregnant.
They'll probably do it on the honeymoon.
9 months.
They'll probably do it on the honeymoon.
The baby's not coming out and saying, Grandpa.
Well, I'm going to teach them very quickly. I found a new way.
Oh, you did?
Yes. I'm going to make.
I could only imagine.
Listen, it's the first time it's going to happen for me. So, God willing, it's the first time. She's had babies at least.
I've never had.
Never had, but you at least had a baby to hold it.
Keep watching. My sister's at the store right now.
she's been holding babies for years.
Oh yes, and
right.
I yearn for that.
You yearn for the baby.
Feeling.
Yearn for the baby.
Well, you know what? Feeling.
Honey, all right. So a couple things, honey.
Emo's leaving tomorrow.
Emo's leaving for Florida. Emo, wish you a lot of good fun out there in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah,
buddy.
we're jealous though.
A couple things in October that we need to be aware of, honey, and it affects all of us. First, number 1, it's October is Italian Heritage Month, the month of October.
Right.
Number 2 is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Absolutely.
And honey, we know the story. Get your
early detection.
Checkup.
Early detection.
Very, very. Also, domestic abuse awareness is October. If you know anyone's going through it, right, honey? Tell them, do not be silent. There's hotlines. There's people you can
there's
call.
A lot of things you can be
compared
doing.
to 20 years ago, you probably couldn't, right?
Yes.
Also, pregnancy loss awareness month as well for people who might have had a baby, were pregnant, unfortunately lost the babies. And that's got to be just I can't imagine.
I know.
I can't imagine that ever happening. Honey, I just can't imagine that.
Miscarriages run in our family. If you're talking pregnancy loss, if you're talking other loss, that's a whole nother story. But I did miscarry first before 5 children later. So here we are. There
you go. And it's interesting stuff. I'm going to say one joke, and then Laura's got some great stories. First of all, how about Carl Doty and Paula on TV?
On TV, so I'm sitting there and all of a sudden I hear something about that little piece because we've always wanted my mom to get it done. She has not qualified for it, but it's actually something that goes into your lung.
For people who have COPD.
Yes. So we thought this would have been my mother's savior, blah, blah, blah. But actually, Paula Doty was kind enough to talk to my mom about this.
Carl too, yeah.
Yep, both of them. But Paula went through it and is doing fabulous. And all of a sudden they showed a little clip on the news and I'm like, there was Paula and Carl on the TV in their kitchen. But Paula's doing great from it's these little pieces of devices that go in your lungs.
But they said that didn't they say that mom's not ready, qualified
she
yet?
Said she wasn't qualified, that she wasn't far enough along. I can't imagine how much further she needs to be, but I think there is something that's not going to qualify her for it, unfortunately. Unfortunately.
So, Patrice, how you doing? The former Chicago Bear, Honey Bear. My heart is with you guys.
Would you stop touching the screen?
I'm trying. Go ahead.
Look at him. Look at him.
I'm just taking over what you just did.
Look at now we got April checking in. Captions. I know where to go.
Anyway, folks,
I'll tell you where to go. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Hey, doggy style. I just found out.
Excuse me, what kind of show is this?
Doggy style. That means you get a treat afterwards, right?
I just laughed at Rosemary's comment. I heard you and heard you. Tony's gonna have to clean up.
See how you pushed up everything. Yeah, I can see how you found that. Okay, go ahead, honey. Go ahead. Go ahead. Your turn.
Well, now go back. Rosemary's chat. Tony's gonna have to clean up his language with the grandchildren.
Absolutely, I'll be teaching them good words.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Hey, and Lou's even watching.
Hey, Lou from Airtight Windows.
Peggy, Diet Coke. Natalie's on there. Diet Coke's on their way.
We mentioned Lou from Airtight Windows earlier in the show. And my good buddy, great seeing Lou and Dana. Unfortunately, Lou had a friend who was not doing too well, and he had emergency go see his friend who was in hospice, and so he had to leave.
I'm so sorry, Lou. I did not know.
I just found out that this morning when Lou texted me, and he, his friend George, and we had one of my friends, George, too, just died this year too, and we're with you, buddy. We're with you, pal.
Very sorry, everybody. Very sorry, Lou.
How about an early birthday to my friend Mary Fraser Pulley. Mary, I know your birthday's tomorrow. You've seen the post, but we're saying happy birthday to you now, Mary.
Happy birthday to you, my friend. Looks like she's going to be Saturday. It's Judy 64. Great.
Right, we're going to have a great time there, folks. Honey, okay, I think we're good. What do you got for me, hon? What do you got? Anything good? Let's get down to the good nitty gritty.
I'm just going to give you a really quick.
All right, go ahead.
Some really... Because, you guys all know how I am with my eyelash.
You haven't been doing that.
I haven't been doing this, but these are some oh my God facts.
Oh, really? Oh my God.
No, that's suspicious.
Oh, we don't have an oh my God.
We don't, but we're going to have to get one because we got some.
But we have seriously.
Seriously?
Now it's time for seriously facts.
An eyelash lives about 150 to 200 days before it falls off. And I only tell you that because
yours falls off all the time.
That's because they're not.
Here's what I don't get. That's a job that I would like to have. Charge you $106 once a week to come in and get your eyelash. Whatever happened to the Lee? The things of lids.
I don't have to deal with them. I wake up in the middle of the night and it's like, pow. I like that.
What else you got?
Every time you lick a stamp, you're consuming 1/10 of a calorie. Woo! Don't mail too many letters when you're on a diet.
People still do that. I think we still do every now and then. Not too much, but we still do.
Do you know what they say when people blink? When they blink a lot?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
That means you're a retard. No.
It's usually they say it means you're not telling the truth. So when somebody's blinking a lot, that usually means they're not telling the truth. Is what I heard. I'm not a trained professional, but this is what I've heard. But they say women blink twice as often as men do. Does that mean we're the biggest liars?
I knew it. Always trying to cover up. I knew it. I knew it. Absolutely.
I know. And one last thing I want to tell you. More germs, which I'm sure we all know this, are transferred by shaking hands than kissing. So y'all should be kissing more and shaking hands less.
Well, we all knew that, folks. We all knew that. Remember when the president came on? Don't forget to wash your hands.
Right, but you could go kiss. Less germs.
Congratulations to Aaron Judge of the New York Yankees. Folks, if you watch following football, whether you're a Yankee fan or not, he broke Roger Maris's home run, single season home runs for the season. But the guy who caught the ball, They offered him $2 million for the ball that the guy caught.
Did he give it?
I don't know if he was already offered $2 million.
Would you take it?
I would.
I would too.
At this time in my life, I would. Maybe if I was younger, maybe I wouldn't.
Well, but if they were smart, I'm thinking at $2 million, you can live
I would
the
take
rest
the
of your
two.
life with
$2 million.
comfortably.
Yeah, whatever. But $2 million. Congratulations, Aaron Judge and the New York Yankees. All right, what do you got, hon? I'm just trying to say that we should let people know about all things that medical that are saying
Do
right now.
you people really want to know what he sends me to talk about?
I try to send you all stories, whether they're funny, they're not. Some of this stuff, though, if you're thinking about it, we never knew. When I first read this,
Is there more to that? Because I would like to know how.
No, there wasn't more. But you might that now once you get it, this is according to the insider. You might be able to do your own research in that. I
ain't going to do my research.
Wait a minute,
He's telling me.
Wait a minute, honey. You know, if they have a story that needs to be told, give the story to me, and I would tell you. But today, Laura's going to tell you. Go ahead, honey.
Getting pregnant from anal sex is possible. 3 ways it could happen, according to women's health experts.
Okay, now we're not going to go into that. There you.
I think we're still live though. Here we are. Oh my gosh. All right, there we go. We're full screen.
Well, Laura, you just blew that one really good. Now, don't touch anything. Okay, anyway. Now, at least you guys know that you can look into that shit up yourself. But why?
Yeah, gonna go look it up, guys? Or you just really gonna go look it up?
Yeah, there you go. National parks. Have you ever been to national parks?
Which ones?
All right.
Which ones?
Just let it go, honey. It's freezing. We're not getting everything up. Let's just leave everything alone.
Well, you got to take it off. Then you do it now.
Okay. Boy, I love Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays.
The censor, Becky Lee. The censors cut you out.
The censors cut me out. You got Gigi. How you doing, hon?
Hey, Gigi.
How you doing, hon? All right, so let's get back to.
You gotta take that off.
All right, there you go. National parks.
What about?
I'll do one of you doing back and forth. All right, national parks. Have you been to any national parks as a kid, growing up on vacation?
Maybe.
One of the ones I wanted to go to, I wanted to go to Yellowstone. And remember, I got a 60th.
What about Jellystone?
Jellystone, I'd like to go, but it doesn't exist. But I would like to go. Anyway,
Jellystone,
Yellowstone, I want to go. I've been to Mount Rushmore, but I want to go to Yellowstone. I got a 60th coming up.
That's where you want to go for your 60th?
No, but it's a big one.
Look, you mean Jellystone?
No, Jellystone doesn't exist.
You want to go to Jellystone for your 60th?
Jellystone is Yogi Bear. It doesn't exist. Anyway, I mean, yes. Okay, Mary Tark is, of course, being up there, Mary. Hey, boo-boo. Hey, boo-boo. A little pig in the basket. All right, forget the national parks, honey. Go ahead, your turn.
Okay, when people hurt you over and over, think of them as sandpaper. They may scratch and hurt a bit, but in the end, you end up polished and they end up useless.
Wow.
Woo!
That's a good one.
That I like.
And I have to do this for Dave Antonelli, him and April went to Pickle Fest in Pennsylvania.
That's where that was?
I think it was Pickle Fest, where people go and eat pickles and drink pickle juice. And you won't get me there. But he was kind enough to give me bring home some Pickle Fest glasses.
No way.
With pickles. And so, Dave, April, I am wearing them. I told you I'd wear them at least for a couple seconds. Here they are. Thank you, Dave, from Pickle Fest glasses. If anybody's been to Pickle Fest, I don't know.
Those are actual pickles on there.
There's actual pickles. And that would be like going to Taco Fest, because you know what's going to be the longest line? The toilet. All right.
Ah.
Right, honey, my dear. Right, my dear.
So I want to know more about this one.
Yes.
Jana Hawking is saying on the New York Post, married men are using this trick to deceive women on dating apps.
Well, that's a different story. I think what they're doing is, and with a lot of people that I end up doing, and that's another story, what a lot of people end up doing and it works to some degree. We've talked about it before, where they post their posters or pictures of themselves in high school or 20 pounds lighter
That's
or
not,
whatever it
that
is.
can't be married men. Married men aren't putting probably their real picture.
Well, they just probably died and take their wedding ring off.
You put a picture up, somebody's going to see you're on there.
If you're on there and you put your picture like this, there's no ring, is there?
So the single girlfriend isn't going to see this and call the wife and say, "Hey, you're."
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a rat. I don't rat people out.
Who said you're a rat?
Well,
Somebody's going to see you.
I'd rather go to Melons Fest. There you go,
Oh yeah,
Tom.
yes, Mary. Fried pickles do seem to be everywhere.
Yeah, that's got to be called heartburn.
Okay, so Emo went to the Colorado, especially Buffalo Bill Grave.
Oh, very cool. I want to go to that. I
very
want to go
cool.
to see where Crazy Horse and Custard. They got the Crazy Horse Monument. Custard, General Custard.
Oh, Custard.
Custard.
I thought you meant Custard.
Yeah, all right. Talking about food, right? Exactly. Mother, daddy, daughter. They go to Parents' Day. They go to college. This is called, according to Inside Edition. This college student's dad went to visit his kids for Parents' Weekend and he gets killed in the hotel.
Who did?
On Parents' Day. It's just a gentleman here making. That's supposed to be special days for you and your kids, and he gets killed in the hotel, which has got to be just crazy. Also, Jeffrey Dahmer, honey, Entertainment Weekly. These people who are gunning hove over this crap show about Jeffrey Dahmer and giving him more publicity. Listen, the survivor speaked out and still not survived. The survivor, the one that got away from this crazy bastard maniac, is saying that he's for shame for people that are supporting and watching this show. He's the only one of the only survivors, and he's still not recovered. And you know how they caught it? You know how this guy got out? He was running out of the guy's house with French dressing dripping from his ass as Dahmer was chasing him.
I didn't get to the end yet. I will say, your sick mind curiosity does want to. I had to watch.
No.
I knew of several people that have said it was really good.
Wasted talent. It's like watching the Elvis movie.
I watched the Elvis movie too, and I will say
Bad.
I wasn't overly impressed.
Dumb. I love Tom Hanks. I thought he was great.
He did a fabulous job, but I was not overly impressed with the entire movie. But I will say, the Dahmer I went through the first 4, so I just have to see it. I have to see what all the hoopla and what they're talking about. But no, it's just very, very odd, sick person.
They're pretty crazy. What do you got there, hon?
Staying positive doesn't mean that you have to be happy all the time. It means that even hard days, you know that there are better ones coming. Yeah, that is very true, dear.
How about that one there?
What is that? I don't get this. So they opened up their marriage?
Well, my wife and I opened up. Now she's getting laid and he isn't.
So I would assume that they're talking, they opened up their marriage. So she's out with somebody else and he's not?
And he's not.
Okay, that's in Men's Health.
That's in Men's Health.
That's from the Men's Health magazine.
Yeah. What else you got there, hon? New York Post.
New York Post. Mean Girl says life is destroyed after she was accused of rigging the homecoming queen election.
Now, let me ask you something.
Does this really happen in real life?
This stuff, look, if it's in the New York Post, it's really newspaper. Here's the thing I don't get, folks. Why would people do shit like that? What do you got here, hon?
Uneasy lies, the head that wears an allegedly stolen homecoming crown. This is all accused, rigging a 2020 homecoming queen election, plans to sue school district officials saying that they ruined her life.
Now, let me ask you something. Is this a big deal when you were in high school as kids, as women?
Homecoming?
To be the homecoming queen? Is it a big deal? Have you been through that? Is it crazy?
I'm sure it's a big deal.
That your life is ruined, that you're not.
No, they're accusing her
for cheating?
Cheating. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't have the whole story.
I don't know either, folks. According to CBS, 3 die. A plane hit a Minnesota house. 2 inside, honey, wake up with airplane wheels sitting at the end of their bed. Now, do you imagine that? You slept through it. This plane crashes into your house.
And you slept through it?
2 of them. Well, 3 died. 2 inside were hurt when they woke up, and this plane, the wheels were in the house. Only the wheels hit. I mean, do you imagine that happening?
Well, look at that. You people talk about how they come to their front window if a car crash or whatever, and they come through their door.
Don't know.
Honey, you should be reading this one. This should be you.
Sometimes in the morning while sipping my coffee, I think about all the people I'm going to piss off today and smile.
That would be you, dear.
That is a good one. That was just a coffee thing. What is that?
Family alleges 90.
Fox News says.
Fox News. Family alleges 93-year-old woman poisoned at San Mateo assisted living facility.
Now,
well,
let's go into stories on the horror stories that you hear about that, hon.
Yes.
And here's a perfect example. I never knew too much about the assisted living and all that because before I met Laura, most of my marriages or whatever, families, nobody ever got sick or nothing. So I didn't know that. But we know that what I'm learning from being in the family, and I see Laura and Natalie at the hospitals all the time, all hours of the night. And it seems like during the day, they have the A team, and third shift, they got some guy that's pretending to be a doctor, pretending to be a nurse. So and this is before the pandemic. And you hear horrible stories about what happens in these
all these facilities are
livings.
still very understaffed.
Yeah.
Very understaffed.
Yeah.
There's still times my mom's at a decent place, but there's still ring a bell and it takes quite a while for someone to get there. That last week when she fell, I mean, we don't know really how long she was sitting. I don't know.
And you get two different answers. Sometimes the doctor day people tell you one thing, the night person tells you something completely different. It's almost like watching Fox and CNN. I mean, compare it to some people and that maybe not going through it. But man kills his 30-year-old woman, honey, then walks out in front of a semi and kills himself. Coward.
He should have
Face
done
the
that
facts.
first.
Yes, go ahead, hon.
Caution, bachelorette party photographs a ritual of freedom and sexuality.
Now, we were just talking about that today.
As we're getting ready to, we're planning a bachelorette party as we speak.
Well, look, let's just talk about real fast, hon. When our daughter, Nina, said that she was having a bachelorette party and Eric was having a bachelor party, the question that came up was parents are not invited. Now, this is how maybe the younger generation does, but we knew when we were doing it, my father and mom never came to any of ours, but it did happen. I don't know if it still does happen, but it did happen at one particular point. And so I don't know. And now all of a sudden, do you believe it's you were kind of set back about that when you found out that you and Nellie were not invited to the bachelorette party?
Originally, we are now, but I think.
How come now you are?
Well, I think they feel that, first of all, this is their first time. Nobody in the family's ever done it. Even my daughter's like, Mom, you could come. She goes, I never knew of anybody that goes.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll figure it all out.
Yeah, it's going to be good. We got some birthdays.
Right, Kathy? It's like, okay, I was actually, once I heard I wasn't going, I was kind of fine with it. Then all of a sudden it was like, oh, no, maybe
I wasn't even asked. So,
Well, it's not around here, first of all. And what do you mean you couldn't have been asked? You're working the entire weekend.
Well, I would take off. If I was really asked, I would take off because I have a good excuse.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Yeah,
Sunday?
I would do that.
Yeah, okay.
If I
You wouldn't take off for a freaking birthday party. You're going to take off
Birthday's a different story. It happens every year. Bachelor party should only happen once, even though I had 3.
Thank you.
Birthdays. Larry Fine, of course, of the Three Stooges. Larry plays Larry Feinberg. Actually, this is his real name. Larry Feinstein celebrates a birthday. Grant Hill from the NBA Detroit Pistons.
Larry Feinstein?
Celebrates it, yes. Kevin Cronin from REO Speedwagon. The boys from Champaign, Illinois. Kevin Cronin. Of course, we lost Eddie Van Halen 2 years ago of the great band Van Halen. Sal Manzo. Sal, our good buddy Sal, who hangs out at Taverna on Division from Melrose Park. Sal, happy birthday, my friend. Elizabeth Shue, an actress back in the 80s and 90s, 58 years old today. And that is the only birthdays today, hon. What else you got? This is interesting because I want to know if families do it or not. Go ahead.
I know people that go both ways.
They do. All right.
Mila Kunis on Today's Parents explains why her family doesn't shut the bathroom door.
Okay, now, do you believe, guys that are watching, Mark, how you doing, everybody?
Welcome,
Kathy,
Mark.
Emo, Mary, everybody out there that's watching, folks, today, do you go to the bathroom and keep the door open? We don't here.
I did when my kids were little.
A man to go pee probably wouldn't be so bad. Not to go poo, though. Not to go to
Let's
the
walk
toilet.
in on anybody.
You don't walk in anyway. You see the door. It depends where the door is.
When I'm home alone, I'll leave the door open. That's it. Ever.
Okay, so why do you think people are okay with leaving the door open when you go to the bathroom? You said you can see a point.
When the kids are little, I wouldn't close the bathroom door because I had to hear everything, and I would make it as fast as I possibly can.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Okay, you're watching the kids, or if you have someone sick at the house. Okay, all right, I'll give it that. That makes sense. That makes sense.
But
folks.
yes, Mark, that is private time.
Yeah,
Door
private
closes.
Absolutely. That's what I say. How about this poor lady? Talk about bad luck, honey. Women who got
My wife wants me always to shut the door.
shut the door anyway. There's a woman, honey, who just learned to walk after a horrible car crash. What happens to her? She gets hit by a roller coaster when she was on the track of the roller coaster, and the roller coaster hits her right after she learns how to walk. Now, what did this poor woman do? Right?
Circumstances,
What do you got, hon?
yes. How a New Jersey man captured footage of his mom's ex-husband that urinated daily on her grave, he alleges. This is from the Insider.
Now, there's a lot of pissed off people in this world. And you heard the story, honey, when it comes to exes or ex-boyfriends or ex-girlfriends or ex-wives, or to the extent of that, that's pretty crazy. I mean, there's people that maybe spit on people, spit on the grave, or they do what they do, and you hear it all the time. Or
pinch a dead person to make sure they're really dead.
Or you hit the voodoo doll, whatever the stuff is. There's still people that are very scornfully still hurt and still carry this grudge forever, which I don't know. I've never been hurt like that, or I've never been hurt at all when it comes to relationships wise. But I have to say that it's got to be wow, to hold that grudge inside.
I don't care how bad I've been hurt. I have no grudge anymore.
Yeah.
I don't have any.
You should let it out, because
that's not good for yourself to hold on to that stuff.
What do you got, hon?
I like this. Christina sent this in. If I offended you, cry me a river. I'll bring snacks and a raft. I will literally float down your tears, eating chips while working on my tan.
Christina Sussman, man, she's the best.
I like that.
She always comes up with some good stuff. We've seen her and Michael at Broken Oar on Saturday. Very cool. What do you got here? This is the
Always count your blessings, not your problems. It will change your life.
Wow.
Hey, Albert.
Albert,
welcome.
what's up, my good friend? Now, there you go, honey.
So Megyn Kelly.
She's an anchor.
She's on New York Post.
Okay.
Slams Jennifer Lopez and Shakira for showing their
vagina
at the Super Bowl.
Now, there's not a place.
First of all, when do they show their VV?
Well, you know what? It's just not. First of all, look.
Show their
I know there's probably a lot of horny men out there that probably think it's cute, but I'm going to tell you something, folks.
That's what they're talking about, their asses?
Yeah, but you know what? It's national television. If football is a family sport, you got little kids watching this shit, and there shouldn't be showing your ass, your nipple, your tit, whatever the hell it is. You shouldn't. It's national television. Super Bowl is like Macy's parade. You can't.
But wait,
you can't.
Are you seeing this? That's what they're talking about.
I'm just saying. I think certain things should be left to the imagination.
Those girls can't dance if they have.
Let them dance. But I can look, right, guys. And I don't know if it's women this way, but when some men out there look at a woman and you look at her dressed, and the best part of this, thinking what they're going to look like with their clothes off. That's why I never got into strip joints. I know guys who go to strip. What for? So I think there's certain places and certain times for everything. Now, if she was a fashion model, there was a modeling thing, and this is how they sell their clothes.
This is how they do it.
Yeah, that's fine. But this is a Super Bowl. It's kids are watching. Little kids are watching. You want them to see that?
No, but that picture, I mean, don't get me wrong. I am so not wanting porn or crap that the kids should, but that just was a dancing. So, I mean, there's an art there, but again, when the kids are little, think of it before. Remember back in the day when the kids were little, they have tutus. This is what they're wearing for dance classes. And when you think about it now,
Ricky says less is always more. I don't know. If I had my 5-year-old kid, if I had a kid and I was watching a 5-year-old and these girls walk around like that, I wouldn't like that. I would turn the channel just until the show is over. Let these kids be kids. Let them grow up and learn the shit on their own. Let them learn the shit on their own. That's why they're kids. Let them learn how to have fun. Don't worry about what's that and what's that and what's that at a certain age. All right, honey, what do you got? You're missing some good ones there.
No, I did. I'm going through the thing what I haven't done. Dear, I'm there. I'm here.
That's not that good.
That's not that good.
That interesting. Oh, there you go.
The groom.
Being stupid, right, at weddings. Go ahead, honey.
Groom suffers horrific injury trying to show the bride how much he loves her. Why? Because he was dancing and then he ends up.
And he just ruined their honeymoon. He just broke his leg doing this stupid chicken dance or whatever they're doing these crazy dances because they're all pumped up. They see all their friends doing it, and the groom's doing it. He's all drunk, whatever else he's on, and just doing what he's doing for a special day. And, at the end of the night, you get hurt. Your leg is gone. There goes the honeymoon. There goes that night, especially, and then everything else. So I don't know. Go ahead, hon.
Now, see, this is according to People magazine, but this is what I'm saying when you're talking about this month being domestic abuse awareness. A wife was filing an abuse complaint against her husband when he ran into the home, killed her while she held her baby. So that's the kind of stuff that doesn't get taken care of in time.
No more. Good.
Psychology says never give up on something you really want. It's difficult to wait, but it's worse to regret it.
Very good one.
I tell my kids that all the time.
Again, we need to say prayers out to our friends from Florida. They're still suffering.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Fort Myers, Marco Island, Sanibel Island, honey, where we went is completely gone. Now, they put a temporary bridge.
Oh, they did?
They did put a temporary bridge, but it's
Michelle
just
sent some
temporary.
pictures where that lighthouse, there was all this housing right near it.
Yeah.
Now the picture has the lighthouse and no housing.
And no
next to
housing
it.
at all. So our friend, and now
Horrible.
listen, guys, and they're showing, here's what I don't get. They're showing there's a lot of flood water, obviously. People don't realize you see kids running in boats. You see pictures of kids smiling while they're going through the boats. You realize this is dirty water. You're also realizing, folks, there's crocodiles in that water. There's snakes in that water. There's rats in that water. I mean, it's a lot of danger out there, folks. And we just found out they saved a whole bunch of dogs and cats in Florida, and they brought them out to dog shelters, which is nice. They found the dog shelters. They're bringing pets, so some of these dogs and cats were saved. So thank God.
Thankfully, yes.
No matter how cold it is, you'll always find people still sleeping with a fan
Every night.
in the wintertime.
Middle of winter.
In the wintertime.
And I'm no longer menopausal. So I can't use that as an excuse. And you're not menopausal.
No.
So we can't use that as an
I had
excuse.
that in high school once.
We love the fan on, but we like it for the noise as well. We like the hum.
We like the hum.
So instead, we should buy one of those little things that has white noise, but it's still I like the
we have the
circulation
fan,
of the
plus
air.
we also have the ceiling fan. So we have two hitting us at the same time.
Mhm.
Ceiling fans. Honey, you're going to a high school reunion, I think, next week.
The
Supposedly.
15th.
15th. High school reunions.
40 years.
Now, I've never been to one.
For real?
I've been asked every year to go. I get invited. Kathy Delaney puts something together for Elmwood Park every year, and I can't go. It's a Saturday night. I'm working.
Why wouldn't you go? It's only once.
I should have went.
Uh-huh.
I should have went. I should have, but I don't know. I don't know.
My 40th is going to be next, or the 15th next
Maybe
Saturday
if they do it this year, I'm going to take a night off. And I watch my wife going, "What? You're taking a Saturday off?"
Pusha.
You must learn who is gold, not who is gold plated.
Ooh. Do you know it's impossible to hum while you're holding your nose? I know. Everybody's going to try it now.
And I just did watch.
Because I tried it too.
It works. Lie.
Yep.
Pro. Next question.
It's impossible to hum.
Not a fact.
It is true.
I just did it, and I just hum.
Hold your nose.
Okay.
Keep holding it. Now hum. That's not a hum.
Oh, it's not?
Mm.
Oh, whatever. It's still. All right, next question. Next thing.
If you walk and talk with somebody, eventually you will synchronize your steps with each other.
Ooh.
I'm wondering if that could work in other things.
Could be. Could. What is that, honey?
what is the most, well, now you read it. You've seen I was going to use it as a trick question.
Yeah.
What is the most abused drug in the world? Does anybody know what the most abused drug in the world is?
I never would have thought that when I looked at it. I thought it would have been abuse. I thought it would have been at least alcohol or maybe medicine, whatever, for your headache or whatever. What is it?
Caffeine. The most abused drug in the world is caffeine. And here I am after my 2 or 3 cups of coffee with my Diet Coke. So I guess that would be correct.
Whack jobs. Washington Post, a flight attendant charged with stealing an $8,000 bracelet, honey, from the TCA. Sometimes those people search through your bags. How do you know what they grab?
Oh, I know, because they're behind the thing.
They're behind the thing. Absolutely.
Do you know chocolate milk was originally sold as medicine?
Wow. For what?
Medicine.
Good. All right. Another good one. Go ahead, honey.
A tiger's tongue is so rough, it can lick the paint off of a building.
I knew a high school girl that used to do that. Sorry. Anyway, that's good. All right. Sorry.
I think we've talked about this in the past.
Yes. Right. Mr. Potato Head was the first toy advertised, right? 1952. The very first commercial for a toy was Mr. Potato Head. And now you can't even call him Mr. Potato Head anymore. Now it's Mr. Potato It. Go ahead.
Cat urine. Can we talk about cat urine?
Cat urine glows under a black light.
Did you know that?
Wow. So people got cats right now. Grab a black light and see piss all over your carpet and your couches. Robert Provenzano. Nicotine isn't good either. Correct, Natalie.
That's
good one.
So true.
Good one.
So, women, powerful women that we are, bulletproof vests, fire escapes, windshield wipers, and laser printers are all invented by a woman.
Oh, I just thought that was headache and heartburn. All right, folks, we got some great stuff. That's pretty interesting story, all that stuff. That is pretty interesting stuff. Man accused, People Magazine, honey. Massachusetts man accused of killing his mom.
Wait, what, huh? Say that again.
People Magazine.
No, what'd you say?
A Massachusetts man.
Massachusetts
man accused of killing his mom, setting her on fire.
Oh, Richard, now we're going to have to check it out.
And then when he was arrested, he choked on wet toilet paper. That means he was trying to kill himself because wet toilet paper will make you choke.
Ooh.
Killing his mother by setting her on fire? Whatever
Rat
happened?
jobs.
Whatever happened with the pillow over the head? I mean,
like they do in all the Lifetime movies.
In all the Lifetime movies, or slipping that drug into their coffee, or
right? The little powder when you're making them their drink.
Hey, this is an interesting story. New York Post. There's internet is baffled. You guys might want to Google this. It's a picture of a woman from 1860, honey, and she's walking, 1860, and she's holding an iPhone. Now, people are saying that it was photoshopped. People say they can't find it to be photoshopped. So if you guys are interested in that, Google that, check it out. There's a woman, New York Post, a woman from the 1860 walking, holding an iPhone. Supposedly an iPhone, looks like an iPhone. Interesting, really is. I'm pretty sure all urine will glow under a black light.
Now we're going to have to check it out.
Now we're going to have to check it out. Now we're going to have
to pee around the house.
It's official, folks. Chicago's more safer when Al Capone was in charge than right now.
And it's official, guys. Cats sweat through the pads of their feet.
And it's official now, according to Entertainment Weekly. All those years that you are watching Scooby-Doo and you were watching Daphne, and Fred, and Shaggy, and Scooby-Doo, Scooby, and then Thelma. Who thought? Yep, Entertainment Weekly says Thelma is a lesbian and was a lesbian. Never put that out till the new Scooby-Doo movie making her a lesbian.
All right, well then
this had to be really something that you put on Entertainment Weekly. Go ahead.
Ready for this one?
Go ahead.
Oysters can change genders back and forth.
I like that. If I was meant to be controlled, I'd come with a remote. Oh, yeah. like that one, huh?
An elephant can die of a broken heart.
And you know what I'm really pissed off at? I'm going to tell you what I'm pissed off at. I'm really pissed off because they never really told me how to get to Sesame Street. As a
Can
kid.
you tell me how to get to Sesame Street?
And they never tell you how to get there. That pisses me off.
That pisses me off.
They never told me that. How about it? Honey, 745 billion people now hold more wealth than half of America. Households' wealth integrity is eating the court alive, the country alive. Crazy.
It is crazy. That's dumb.
Oh, I was saying about that, honey. Tall people or short people. Is it hard? Did you know anybody that was real tall, real short? You always get the strange looks when you see a person that's real tall or a person that's real short. They get the jokes. It's got to be awkward, especially the women that are really tall. Sometimes they get their husbands. That's got to be pretty tough, unless you find someone who's the same height. I remember when we first dated, she always thought I was shorter than her.
Well, I was going to say, growing up, I was always the tallest girl. I was one of the tallest girls in school. And until I hit high school, then all of a sudden everyone shot up too. But then I wasn't so bad. But I was always taller in the grammar school.
Well, I agree. I agree.
All right. This is a good one.
Go ahead.
Women apologize on an average of 5.2 times a day, where men apologize only 3.6 times a day. Ciao, Danny.
Oh, really?
So that means
Danny Ramonde, ciao. Hey, folks. All right, honey, I want you to play a game real fast. We ain't got much time.
we're playing a game.
I needed to save these because these are pretty cool. Okay.
Pretty
cool. Are you ready? She fell in love with an electrician and she got shocked. She fell in love with a crane operator and got let down. Let's see. She fell in love with a dentist and got drilled. You like that? Now you're getting it, hon? She fell in love with a DJ so she can get rotated and played. She fell in love with a cop and got locked up. She fell in love with a janitor and got trashed. These are pretty funny. She fell in love with a DJ and got scratched. Very good. I like that one. Let's see. She fell in love with a fireman and got burned.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. Fell in love with a painter and learns 50 Shades of Gray.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
I'm not a quick thinker. Don't quit your day job, Tony.
Well, here we go. Here's the good one. I fell in love with the ocean and I drowned.
Oh, that is a good one.
I was
just trying to think. I fell in love with the singer and I what? I fell in love.
Absolutely.
And I couldn't think of something quick enough.
What do you got there, hon?
Oh, this is just it's a longer one.
Go ahead.
11 written out. Now think of this written out. 11 plus 2 and 12 plus 1 both equal 13.
Uh-huh.
Both have 13 letters.
Yep.
Is it clean the street? In fact, they both have the same 13 letters. Isn't that weird? 11 plus 2 and 12 plus 1 both have 13, and they both equal 13. They both have 13 letters, and they both have the same 13 letters.
Here's the question.
Useless information.
Here's the question you have to ask yourself in this world today, folks. And I want you to think about it as children, the children. Don't ask why children need to be seen drag queens. Ask why the drag queens always insist on an audience of children. Now, I don't want to piss any drag queens off.
Then don't.
But here's what I'm trying to say to you. There's a time and place. I don't care if you want to dress up as a woman or you want to dress up as a man or you want to do whatever you want to do. But don't force it on children until they can make the decision themselves. That's what I'm trying to say. I agree with. I follow anybody that wants to do whatever they want to do. I don't care what they want to do. Get the operation, don't get the operation, do this, do that, call yourself. What I'm trying to say is when you're a kid, enjoy life. Let them be kids, and before they grow up, to make their own decision. I mean, that's the way life should be. Just my opinion, but don't. The kids are our future. Let them decide. It's like when they banned all the books and they told you not to read these books. The kids should read these books and find out why they're banned so they can make the decision on their own not to read those books. You know, honey?
I agree, honey.
There's something I wanted you to go to another one of your things I sent you. Keep going. We'll save these for next couple of the. That's it? Oh, no, there was more.
Oh.
There was one with a bunch of pictures. Keep going. Keep going. Here, because I couldn't find them. Read.
Honey, it's only an hour show.
Right here. You can't blow it up.
Oh, single dad wonders how long he has to wait to leave his fiance after she has a stroke. That's what you want me to read?
I mean, you don't think there's people in the world right now going through, what do I do?
Oh, yes. I know firsthand, not firsthand personally me, but I do know people that has happened to.
What do you do in situations like that? It's got to be a very, very dangerous.
If you fell out of love because of the stroke, or did you fall out of love before and then all of a sudden?
Oh, right. And you using that for a stroke. Yeah, right.
Wait, it's 1 o'clock, honey.
All right.
I want to end with something too. So
right,
go ahead,
hold on.
finish off what you're doing.
The last thing I want to end with, and then Lori end with.
I got a couple things to tell you guys.
Something I forgot to tell Laura. Me and my buddy Carlo, when we went
Oh,
camping.
you forgot to tell me something.
Port Washington. Driving around town. We seen a dog tied to a fire hydrant right in front of a Chinese restaurant. And somebody put on the sign on the dog, dinner for two. True story.
You didn't tell me this.
True story. Dog.
Call Carl. Let's
Somebody. Yeah, you can. You call him yourself. The dog tied. Somebody. We didn't see him tie the thing. The dog was already tied to the fire hydrant. There's a sign that said dinner for two, dog, in Wisconsin.
I should have hell hope not.
I should have, but there's some whacked out people in this world, folks. All right, what do you got to say before we get the last?
Was that for curbside pickup?
That's for curbside. Oh my God.
Oh, God.
No MSG, no MSG.
That's right.
All right, Richard.
All
what do
right,
you got, honey?
guys, I just want to make a quick announcement. We are revamping again Ocean's Pit. So we're going to be making a few little changes, nothing very different here. But if you are interested in being on a mailing list,
I can email list.
Either private message myself or Tony and add your email. Just send us your email. And we've already got quite a few, but there's going to be a newsletter going out within the next couple of days that I'm finishing up right now. But I want to keep you guys in the loop on some things. And we're going to be we're going to be promoting and going a little further and maybe putting in some specials or just keep in contact other ways. But I need email addresses. So email, private message me or Tony and send your emails and we could start adding you to the first newsletter that's going to be going out sometime next week.
Absolutely, folks. So anyway, I want to thank you all for watching the show, folks. And we want to thank, of course, last but not least, our sponsor, our good buddies from Patriot Funding Incorporated. That's money lending at its finest when timing is everything. Patriot Funding Incorporated, right out of Roselle, Illinois. Call Dave Antonelli at 630-675-4730. Don't forget the Columbus Day Parade on Monday. Again, we need to thank our sponsors, Crash Champion. Go to www.crashchampions.com. My Party Princess, mypartyprincess.com, and Armando's Supermarket in Elgin. And don't forget Mama D's flavored breads, a whole bunch of different flavors. Check it out. Now, tonight we'll be at Zaza's. Tomorrow, Chicago Prime. Saturday, Studio 64 in the Arcada Theater, second floor instead of going to the third floor to Speakeasy. And then the Lyric Theater on Sunday. The Rat Pack show is sold out, and Columbus Day will be there Monday live. I'm back on tomorrow, folks. Thank you all for watching, honey. We really do appreciate you guys.
And thank you guys. They're all coming in already. Keep those emails coming. I'm going to keep you on our list, and you're going to get some updates and different stories. And
a chance to win prizes and giveaways. We got a lot of good stuff coming up as we're revamping Ocean's Pit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Now, remember the great words of Danny Maggi from Armando's Supermarket. Buy local and shop local. Thank you for supporting live entertainment and local mom and pop establishments. Be kind to everybody, folks. Remember, and the great words of Ringo Starr, who has COVID, but supposed to be getting better, peace and love. Peace and love, everybody. Mama D, if you're listening, how you guys doing? And
Love
Nick,
you, Mama.
love you, Mama. And everybody, Nick Sahajes.
Take us away. Have a great afternoon,
Take us away,
everybody.
Nicholas.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Very, very cool. Well, see you later.
Oh, bye.
Bye-bye.